Hello and welcome again to the Grand Rapids Public Schools weekly Wednesday school safety informational sessions. We want to thank you for joining us once again as we provide brief information about school safety and security to help keep our buildings safe. As we continue in our series, Creating and Maintaining a Safe School Environment, Part 3, we want to focus in on specifically what the Grand Rapids Public Schools employees can do to keep themselves safe, but also what to do if. In this session, we're going to focus again on several components on what we can do when we encounter different situations within our schools. Again, I'm Larry Johnson, the Chief of Staff and the Public Safety Director for the Grand Rapids Public Schools. And each week, we bring you a new school safety session that will help to keep not only you safe, your students safe, but our entire community safe. As we dive into the what to do if, we want to just offer up a few snapshots on how you, the instructor, you, the staff member, can keep yourself safe at the same time maintaining a safe environment for our students. We want to remind you that a crisis can happen on a campus anywhere at any time. And we can focus on many things that can occur in our community: fires, domestic violence, homicides, or gang-related activities. The school district is nothing more than a microcosm of a community, and whatever happens in your community will end up on the doorsteps of your schools. So it's important to have a plan and how to react to incidents that may occur with your student body. We want to remind you also that many of our components and the things we talk about today comprehensively can be found in our operational response plan that's in the hands of many of our administrators, public safety, deans, and other key administrators in the district. So let's go on and talk about what to do if. Oftentimes our staff members ask, what happens if I'm assaulted as a staff member? Well, we have a process in place for that. The first thing we want you to do is signal for help. We want to get someone around you. We want to attempt to safely remove yourself from the situation, observe suspects, witnesses, and your surroundings. But more importantly, we want you to call for assistance. You must notify your building administrator, notify the public safety department. If you feel the need to contact law enforcement, that is also your right as well, your attorney if necessary. But be prepared to write a detailed statement outlining what has occurred, providing witness statements and other investigative needs for our public safety staff. We will assist the local law enforcement in your investigation. If there's medical attention that needs to be sought, we ask that you follow the district's protocols and the work injuries process outlined by our risk management. If you're injured at work, again, follow risk management's department procedures for work injuries posted at each building and available on InfoHost. You have to notify your building administrator or your immediate supervisor and complete the relative employee injury report forms. It is important that you contact risk management at 616-819-2045 or InfoHost for the forms and instructions on more information. That should occur at the onset of your injury if you're capable of doing that. If not, then your supervisor will assist you in filling out those documents. Next, if you're harassed or threatened in school, we want you to immediately deal with this situation. We want to attempt to remove yourself from this threatening situation and report the incident to your building administrator and public safety. We may need to contact local police if a crime has occurred. Again, filing a school-related incident report is critical to us following up on this harassment or threats. If the suspect is a GRPS employee, we will be contacting the Human Resources Department, and you can feel free to contact them as well. We want you to speak with someone in a position to investigate this situation. You may also contact your bargaining unit representative to determine your individual rights as a member of an individual bargaining unit. If you as an employee witness a fight, first of all, we want you to call for assistance. We want you to be very careful in how you break up fights. We encourage you to take our CPI classes like Crisis Prevention and Intervention on how to break up fights. But we want you to give loud verbal commands to stop. Do not put yourself in a position where you can become a victim. Safely attempt to intervene, get good description of the suspects. Do not disturb the scene if there's a scene involved. Again, notify your building administrators, notify public safety and security, and then be prepared to write a detailed statement or report about the incident. If you encounter a disorderly individual, seek assistance from another staff member. Signal others for help. Approaching a stranger can be dangerous. Give loud, clear verbal commands to, once again, stop. Be careful as you approach individuals. If you can, attempt to de-escalate if this situation is getting out of hand. Once again, you're going to notify your building administrator, notify public safety or school security, contact local law enforcement authority if necessary, and again, write a detailed report. If you see or suspect a weapon on campus, follow risk management department procedures for work-related injuries posted at the building and available through InfoHost. If you are the victim of a theft, notify the building administrator, contact public safety security department, contact your local police authority if necessary. Don't disturb the scene. Be prepared to write a detailed incident report. Complete all the necessary required forms. Contact risk management and staff if necessary. Contact human resources. I want to pause here for a minute as we talk about being a victim, but I want to talk about also if you suspect a weapon on campus. We didn't really get into that because that's an important component. If you see a weapon on campus, your first call must be to 911. Your second call should be to our public safety department, then notify your building administrator. Be prepared to write a detailed statement. Do not approach a suspect that you believe have a weapon on their person. If a weapon is found on the ground, leave it there, contact the proper authorities who will assist you in making sure that weapon is safe. As we continue on, if you are the victim, the witness, or encounter a criminal act, immediately report the incident to the proper authorities. That could include your building administrators or supervisor, public safety and security, or the local police department. Again, we do not want you to disturb any crime scenes. We want you to cooperate with local police and the public safety department as they investigate. Assist those responding officers by providing detailed statements, witness information, and other artifacts that will help them to resolve and identify who committed this crime. Document, 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 and then complete a written statement or report as required. If your personal property, including your vehicle, is damaged, again, notify your building administrator, notify local police authorities if necessary, file an incident report with GRPS, complete all the necessary forms that are required by contacting risk management who will assist you with that process. Contact our human resource department if necessary, and then make contact with your local bargaining unit representative to determine your individual rights and your individual bargaining unit rights as it relates to damaged property, personal property on school property. Many of our employees are itinerant and have an opportunity to visit homes in the community. In the near future, we'll talk about how to do a safe home visit. But it's important as we talk about what to do if, is to really give you some information on how to conduct a safe home visit. Conducting a safe pre-home visit assessment is critically important. You must get to know the neighborhood in advance in which you work, informing building administrators and supervisors in advance of your home visit of where you are. Always leave an itinerary of your whereabouts. Make phone calls to the home prior to your visit so that parent can expect your arrival. If possible, do not do home visits alone until you can build a relationship up with that family, where clearly visible and display employee identification badges at all times. Take your two-way radio or cell phone with you, dress appropriately, dress comfortably, and select the proper shoes. Keep your vehicle locked at all times. Never park in the driveway or block other vehicles in as you approach your home. Park vehicles for easy access and departure. And if you just feel uncomfortable, stop and abandon that visit if suspicious activity is present in the area or as you approach the house you feel uncomfortable. Always consider your personal safety tips by not carrying a large amount of cash with you and do not leaving packages unattended, listening to and acting on your own intuition. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Always park in well-lit areas, and do not park near vans or large trucks. Observe underneath vehicles when you're approaching. Do not loan your keys to anyone else. Do not allow someone to take your possession of your keys. Always think safety first as you're moving about our district, either in the district, to and from work, or visiting homes of our parents. Again, finally, in anything that you encounter, you must file an incident report. If a public safety officer is here to assist you, they will help you fill out a building incident report. If an officer is not assigned or unavailable, contact the building administrator or supervisor. Obtain a blank incident report form, which can be found on InfoHost. Fill in all the boxes on the incident form, including your contact information. Keep a copy for yourself. Give a copy to the building administrator. Send a copy into the public safety department. Collect and forward any missing information to the public safety department. The incident will be followed up on, investigated, and a determination will occur from there. All of these procedures are outlined once again in our operational response plan. And although we provide a what to do if 2-sheet paper for you, all of our principals, assistant principals, deans, secretaries, public safety staff, cabinet members, and other key administrators have a comprehensive copy of our operational response plan. You know, our goal is to keep you safe. Our goal is to provide you with information on how to make great decisions in a time of a crisis. If you have questions regarding something we said today or need more information, we encourage you to contact us at securityquestions@grps.org. That's securityquestions@grps.org. And we thank you again for joining us for this week's message on the Grand Rapids Public Schools Wednesday weekly school safety informational session. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to having you again next week.